What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Storytime video. I'm Nico, or if you want to call me Nico. I actually had this one friend back in first through third grade, and he moved at the end of third grade, so I never saw him again until the first day of senior year, where the teacher called his name. He called Jacob. I was like, that name sounds so familiar. He looked so familiar. And I kept thinking about it, like, oh my god, it's him. Like, I haven't seen him in 9 years. You know, usually the normal person would actually, you know, after class, go up and walk, talk to him. You know, like, how have you been? Do you remember me? And stuff like that. But, you know, actually, I kind of let fear overtake me, because I was afraid of, I don't know, it was just like his feminine tone of voice, and it seemed like he was gay. Like, deep down inside I knew he was, and my friends are big homophobes, so I didn't know what to do, so I kind of chickened out and like let fear overcome me and didn't really talk to him. Well, it's been like a couple weeks without, you know, talking to him, so I decided to try and text him, like, oh, I actually searched his name on Facebook, and his name popped up. I was like, oh, okay. I add him as a friend. Try to message him on Messenger, but he never really answered. So I tried in GroupMe. I went on GroupMe and I told him, like, oh my god, I don't know if you remember me, but we were friends back in like first, second, third grade in this Mornings class. I don't know if you remember me, but here I am. And at first, my stomach started hurling, and I was like, I just froze when he read it. I didn't know what he would say or what he would think. Kind of scared me in a way. And then once he responded, he said, oh my god, yes, how have you been and stuff. So we had this conversation and stuff. And I found out that he... I asked him, like, a lot can change in 9 years, you know? And he's like, oh yeah, I think I've changed a lot. And that just confirmed that he was gay. I knew he was. But I didn't care. I didn't care what my friends thought. I don't care what I don't care. It doesn't bother me. It's who they choose to be, and that's that. I mean, friends are there. So I asked him if he remembered Luke, and he was like, oh wait, he remembered that he was on his baseball team back in the, I think, third grade. They actually used to be friends too. And he told me that he was a liberal. I don't know how we got to that, but he turned out to be a liberal. And I don't care, honestly. I'm in the middle. I'm not a conservative, I'm not a liberal, but this isn't about politics. And I told him that Luke wouldn't really like him that much because he's freaking a rightist. Like, he thinks that gay people should be obliterated from this earth. But we're not gonna get into that. I don't even want to get into that. But so I told my friends about him, like, oh, I haven't seen this person in a while. And this was, and they're like, why are you even talking to him? Like, do you know he's gay and stuff? And one of my friends, oh my god, one of my friends actually, okay, one of my friends said that he actually confessed of not being a virgin. I'm not gonna talk about that. I'm gonna get monetized if I do. Okay, moving on. So one day, I actually decided to get red highlights in my hair because, you know, why not? Life is short. It's better to try something new, you know, because you never know what's gonna happen. So I decided to try it out, and I actually enjoyed it. And my favorite color was red, anyways. So I didn't mind it. But my friends are like, they don't really like it. They're like, oh, you look like such a dyke, Nico. And obviously they were joking around, but me being back then, I'm very sensitive to this. Like, sometimes I don't know when people are joking and stuff, because I hate being judged who I am, and it really gets to me sometimes. And when they started insulting me, like I was turning into another Jacob, like as an insult. And Darby, one of my friends, started saying that he is a garbage human being and that he's the one that's missing a chromosome. Hence, that was a joke earlier in the that we were talking about, like we were doing a paper lab and we lost one of our chromosomes that we cut out, and that would be the joke. And it's just the whole situation I didn't really like, and I thought Jacob should know, so I told him what they said about him, that he was a garbage human being and that he shouldn't exist on this planet. And I was like, I tell him everything from point A to point B, and he's like, I really don't care what people think about me. And he thought it was funny, and he was right. I really shouldn't really care what people think about me, but I do, and that's just the fact. I told him that I haven't talked to him in person because I have social anxiety with people I haven't seen in forever. Like, if I have someone that I used to know and talk to, and then 9 years later they show up, I would try and hide and, like, avoid them for some reason, because I hate that confronting of socially. It's just, it makes me so nervous and scared. I didn't know what I was going to say, how I was going to say it, and so I started following him on Instagram. He immediately followed me back. He would view all my stories and stuff, and, you know, he liked my first post and stuff, and then I started texting him on Instagram. We had this conversation here and there, but eventually he would leave me on red and would never answer back. And I told him how I felt. I told him that I had social anxiety and that that's why I didn't talk to him. And he's like, it's okay, I understand that. It would actually help if he actually talked to me. Maybe it would help me cope with that, but he didn't really care. And so I went to his friends, you know, friends that I used to talk to in middle school, and asked him, some of his friends, like, do you think he wants to talk to me or something? Like, something along those lines? Because I really wanted to know. So I asked one of my friends and one of his friends. And eventually, he found out somehow that he asked me, like, why are you talking to all my friends? Just curious and be honest. And the first thing to a friendship is being honest. So I decided to be honest and tell him, pour out my feelings of what I wanted to say and stuff. And I told him that I didn't think he wanted to talk to me, even though every time in the hallway, every time he looked at me, he smiled at me for some reason. And eventually those smiles kind of faded away. I would say hi to him in the hallway here and there, and he would say hi back, but that was about it. So I told him the truth, and he's like, and after that I asked him, "Do you want to be friends again?" And he's like, "Well, I'm a very busy person at the moment. And then I wanted, I don't know, I wanted that. Duh, the truth hurts sometimes. Like, I didn't know what to say to that. And I asked Will and Savannah and all my friends, and was like, he doesn't really care about you. He doesn't want to find time for you, and he doesn't have time. And then he also said that if you have stuff to get off your chest, I'm always here for you. And I was like, it made me so confused what a relationship was. It felt like we were friends, but then we were frenemies, and it was acquaintances, actually. That's the word I'm looking for. It just felt weird. And then we never really talked after that. I didn't even want to talk to him. The only other time I texted him was to say happy birthday, because I'm a nice person. But Will made me realize that if he doesn't want to find time for me, then I shouldn't want to find time for him. Because you shouldn't find time for someone that doesn't want to find time for you. It's just that fact. And then we didn't really talk that much. So later, I had a Snapchat, and this was like a month or two later, and a suggested friend recently popped up, and then his Instagram was like, the name was Jake. And I was like, wait a minute, is that Jacob? And I was with my friend Aaron at the time. So I asked her to follow him to see if it was actually him, so she Snapchatted him. And he Snapchatted her a picture of, his sleeve. That sleeve looked so familiar. I didn't even know what, but I knew it was him. So I followed him back, and I wanted Aaron to ask him if this was Jacob. And he was like, yeah, why? And she said, Nico was wondering because he didn't know if it was actually you, and then he Snapchatted me a picture of him. And yeah, so we're friends on Snapchat now. And I would try and Snapchat him every day. I mean, at first he answered, and then he started to stop. I would just open it and never answer. It was kind of rude. And I was just like done after that. I moved on. I listened to Will, and I was like, this person isn't worth my time. Why am I even bothering? And it really hurt me for quite a while, because you don't value our friendship as much back then, but people can change in 9 years, and that's just facts. A lot can happen in 9 years. You can't just change that fact. So we don't really talk, and we're not really friends. But the moral of the story is that you really should just move on from the past and look to the future. I talked about this in the podcast some, but I don't really go into detail about it, because my friends started to think that I was gay because I was talking to Jacob. I was just talking about him so much. And one day, my friend Darby asked me, there's only one way that you could betray us, because I was talking crap about them on my spam account. It was back in the day where I was being stupid, and I was just very emotional, and so it was a big mistake, and I have to own up for that. But he asked me, it's either I'm just being a big gay and betraying them, or that he has to be private gay. And that was a hard question to answer. I didn't even know what to say. I didn't know what they would think about me. But I said yes. Yes. I mean, I said no. But yes, I did have a phase where I thought I was gay for Jacob. But that was part of the reason I didn't talk to him. That was part of the reason. I even told him that. And he said he was seeing someone else. So I kind of just moved on. And I realized that he was actually a distraction. That it was just a short time, a phase where I thought I was gay. But in reality, I wasn't. He was just a distraction of me trying to get over Savannah. And that, you remember that Storytime video I posted on what is love? Well, Savannah, I talked about how I felt about Savannah in that one. And I try to move on from her, but I really haven't. I used Jacob as a distraction, and that was that. And she doesn't really like me in return. So life is just filled with pain and heartbroken. But you just have to move on and find someone that really deeply cares about you. I just don't want a relationship where it's just a one-time thing. I want a relationship with that I'll have spend time with the rest of my life. So that's that. But I'm okay. Everything is okay. I've never been better now that I cut Jacob out of my life. Even my friends Luke and Darby told me that this guy is bad news. Will told me it was bad news. Savannah even told me. Well, she told me to talk to him and stuff. I even walked up to him in the hallway and I tried talking to him, but he had earbuds in his ear and I didn't want to bother him, so I kind of just made excuses along the way. But that's that. So I hope you guys enjoyed my story. I know it wasn't really funny, it wasn't supposed to be funny, but sometimes we just gotta be serious, and other times there's times for jokes, but now's not the time. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Will be uploading a Storytime video soon, hopefully. It takes him years, but it's understandable because life gets in the way. Sometimes we can't really change that fact. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys in more Storytime videos if I do have any more interesting stories to share. Drop down that like button if you enjoyed this video, and comment, subscribe of what you thought about it, and I hope you guys enjoy your day.